Hello, hello, hello. It's me. It's Red. It's Bunny Boy. There's only one more week left of these bad boys. I cannot wait to not wear them. Hey, Greemole. Greemole, I always appreciate how early you are into chat. That means a lot. I know that's a silly thing to mean a lot, but it does mean a lot. It's cool to see you here so early. I love that. Hello, everybody. What are we working on today? Today, we got ourselves... Oh, we got Pyro with a honk. Although I can't hear it. Why can't I hear the honk? Didn't make a noise. Did you hear a noise? Oh, you just did the command. Never mind. I'm listening for sound alerts. Never mind. Hello. We're here. We got pictures of pigeons on here. And what we're going to do is we're going to... Oh, I see it now. I still didn't hear it. It's distinctly quiet. Why is it so quiet? Is there noise? Okay, I heard that one. Okay. It works. Thank you. Appreciate it. That was weird. I got a picture of a pigeon, because I'm going to do something with this pigeon later. But I just wanted to show it off right at the beginning of the stream. Look at these beautiful little boys. Look at these beautiful little pigeons. We're going to come back to these. But in the meantime, we're going to make a love letter. That's my goal today. The prompt for today is connect. And I thought, what better connects people than love letters? So we're going to make a little love letter, and I'm going to kind of stick with the rhythms of what we've been doing lately. So it should be good. We are on a little bit of a kick right now. So I'm going to stick with the sculpting for the day. So it's going to be a sculpting kick for the day. But here's the idea. I'm going to put up a cylinder. I mean, it literally doesn't matter. It's going to all get retopoed anyway. We're going to make a cylinder. We're going to make this thing huge. We're going to make this thing slim. Real slim. Real slim. Real mega slim. There we go. Perfect. So, we got ourselves a cylinder all slimmed up. We're going to go ahead and build a love letter out of this. And you're asking how? How are you going to do that, Red? I'm going to use Dynatopo. Of course I am. That's like the new thing lately is Dynatopo. So let's go up into our sculpt. And we're going to go ahead and just build. So first things we want to do is use Dynatopo, and we're going to try and take Barrel's advice. We'll see how this works. Constant detail. Resolution... I don't understand how this works. I'm going to say 20, and we're going to see what that does. So 20 is not good. So what do I want? Like 64? Like, that's not good at all. Let's do 1,000. It's not doing anything. Constant. Detail flood fill. What the heck is that going to do? Oh, I just did a detail flood fill on 1,000. That's probably a really bad idea. Probably not what I should have just done. Oops. Also, I just watched my mic peak, so I'm going to lower my mic down 1. I think we're going to crash Blender. At least it's an easy crash. There we go. There's a crash. We'll go ahead and pop this back up. Get in, and then we're going to make ourselves a relative offset instead of a constant offset. In before Barrel jumps into chat and asks why we're not using constant offset. We were all here. We all tried it. It didn't work. Okay, so let's do this thing. I'm going to go ahead and put on X, or, X and Z, which isn't what I want. We're going to do the rotation, and then we're going to do X and Z. We're going to do that and scale, and then we're going to do X and Z. Please work. Why isn't it working? Hello? Oh, it is working. It's just being weird. Got it. We'll put on Dynatopo, and we're good. Let's get it. So all I'm going to do is just this. Oh, I see. I understand what was going on. We need to remesh it. Let's do one big old remesh first. Remesh this guy to right there. And then I'm going to turn on Dynatopo. And now we should have everything set up correctly. Oh, goodness me. That was it. Perfect. Okay, done. Let's do this thing. So we're just going to make a nice little piece of wax here. So we're making the little wax seal that sits on top of the letter. I don't know how long this is going to take. I kind of assume this might be one of those things that takes us like 2 seconds. And then I'm like, what are we going to do for the rest of stream? I don't know. I had an idea originally that I was going to make a like portal between like a garden and a desert. And I looked up how I would go about doing it. And it was like a minimum of like 6 hours of effort. And I was like, well, I don't have that amount of time. I don't have that much time to spare today. So I just went for it. I just went for whatever I could come up with. So we got ourselves a little waxy seal. Let's go ahead and push in. Bum bum ba dum bum bum bum. Ba dum ba dum bum ba bum bum ba dum. So all we're doing is just making the shape of the seal first. Don't like that on the back. Don't love that. Let's get rid of that. All we're doing is just making a little bubble. I don't love the way that looks, if I'm being perfectly honest. You know what we should have done? We should have blocked all of this out. Let's do that real quick. We should have blocked all this out. Let's go back all the way. I'm going to apply scale. I'm going to apply rotation. We're going to go to edit, and we're going to just grab everything and make it the way we like it. There we go. So we'll do that. And then we're going to do the exact same thing in the center. Extrude in. And we're going to do the exact same thing here. There we go. That is the beginning of a wax seal. Not half bad. So now I just got to make it look kind of jank, kind of weird. So that's actually pretty good. Now we can go to our sculpt. We can actually turn on Dynatopo for the last time. We can come in here and we can say, what do we want to do about this thing? First and foremost, I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit of elastic grabbing. We want to make this thing maybe a little weird looking. Just a little nutty. We're just trying to make something that looks a little bit more like it was made by human hands and not by a perfect little machine that Blender is. Okay, boom. Look at that. Now, hey, what's up, Tablet Genius? How you doing? Let's go ahead and do all of this. Hey, Tablet, I got a question for you. Did you get any ads when you jumped into the channel today? Because I am trying to fix the Twitch ad situation. I'm on the... I have the, like, ad manager thing right now, and I'm trying to make sure that people don't get ads if I run pre-rolls. So just doing a little bit of research for it. Let me know if you got ads. Anybody who jumps in chat after the first, like, initial bump shouldn't have ads. Is the goal, at least. Okay, that is maybe a little too much, actually, now that I'm looking at it. That should be a little bit better. There we go. There we go. It looks a little jank, but I think that's okay. I think we can live with this. I'll go ahead and worry about sealing that up in a little bit. Let's go ahead and pull forward and see what this does for us. Does that pull from the back? It does pull from the back. Why are you pulling from the back? You're supposed to be just one. Why are you doing that? It shouldn't be doing that. Let me grab something else. Let's use a sculpt draw. Why are you doing that? Why are you pulling from the back? That makes no sense. Okay, I don't know what's going on. Sure. Sure. That's fine, I guess. I don't know what's going on there. I can just dissolve that later. What? Okay, so I don't know what's going on here, but we're just going to make ourselves a little heart. And I'll worry about doing all the like specific stuff later. We're going to make a nice crisp looking heart here in just a moment. But we got to fix the back first. All right, up you go. The back actually doesn't look that bad. Not bad. So that is that. Let's go ahead and do some draw sharps, and we're gonna cut into here and make the actual shape now. Also, my relative offset is not working as good as I want it to. I don't know why things aren't working as good as they're supposed to. What is going on? What did I do to make it work? Relative detail, brush detail, collapse edges, subdivide collapse. Why is it doing this? Yesterday, when I was doing this, it was like so nice. You would get all these like beautiful little setups. What have I done differently? What is wrong with this thing? Let's do like 36 and see what that does for us. Why are you not drawing with detail? You think you know how to do something, and then all of a sudden it just stops working, and you're like, why? For what reason? Like, if I take this and I remesh this, I'm screwed. If I apply scale, and we go back down to sculpt, and I come into here, nothing. Dynatopo. Okay. Why? What? Why? Why is it not working? I worked 2 days ago. This makes no sense. Huh, weird. Why don't you work? What on earth? Brush. Let's give this a Google real quick. I'm gonna save myself a lot of time by just Googling this and figuring out what's going on. So I'm gonna look up Blender. Why isn't Dynatopo working? There's a way of resetting the interface, including sculpting tools, while leaving the actual model alone. There's a lot of tools and options, a lot with sculpt mode. Hey, what's up, T? Sometimes it's easier just to reset everything back to factory. I'll I'll show you what I'm looking at. Dynatopo stopped working in Blender. If the object has UVs, by default, all primitives have, there should be this kind of warning. You can simply delete the UV channel, which is not needed for a dynamic mesh, and warning is going to disappear. Okay, deleting the UVs seems weird. Don't saw an ad if I understand the question. Good. I appreciate that. That's perfect. That's exactly what I was asking. That was exactly it. You got it. Okay, so if we go to UVs and we click U and we go to edit. Oh, there is a UV. Why? UV. Can I delete you? Can I just delete the UV? Reset? I mean, is this gonna work if I just delete it right here? How is this gonna work? Image. Nope. Transform, merge, live, unwrap, unwrap, pen. Reset. I mean, I don't want to be this guy, but we're just gonna try it. Just delete. Oh, it won't even let me. Interesting. How do you delete a UV? All right, I'm Googling that. Blender, how to delete UV. You can start the redo. No. Remove UV map. There we go. If you want to have a clean slate on your UV map window as opposed to doing a reset, have a placeholder UV instead. Press space and search remove UV map. Interesting. I'm also being told that I can go here. We can go to Blender file. We can go to mesh. No, we can't. Okay. This gets complicated very quickly. Let's try it here, though. Let's see if this worked. I think we might have something useful here. No. Why? Please. UV. You know, I thought today was going to be easy. Hey, what's up? I'm currently trying to make a wax seal, but I'm struggling a lot with removing a UV to get the Dynatopo to work. You know what? I think I know the easy solution. I'm going to do the easy solution. I didn't want to do this, but I'm just going to do it. We're just going to do a remesh. That should have deleted our topo. And now I can go to relative, and we can come into here, and we can see, does that work? No. Why? The UV refuses to die. Is dead. Is dead. We did it. We've managed. It's a naughty seal. How dare you? How dare you, sir? Okay, so we have Dynatopo turned on with 12 points. Is this going to make a difference? If I draw sharp, it's looking good. It's looking like it's still making points. Oh yeah, we're set. We're back. Boom. Perfect. Problem solved. Only took a lot. It's a dirty seal? How dare you? What do you mean that's what you were thinking? That dot is not helping? How dare you? It looks like a heart. What do you mean? What else does it look like? It looks like a normal heart. Okay, let's get in here. Let's do this thing. Okay, we got everyone addicted to slots now, which is exactly what I was trying to get accomplished today. Oh yeah, gambling. Everyone's favorite things, dirty seals and gambling. Okay, let's set this up just a little bit, and we're gonna do some hard pushes on here. And then I'm gonna make an exact shape. Okay, so we just want to make ourselves a very specific shape. Oh, it works. Oh, I can't believe how good that works. Okay, we're back. Now, this is where the practice comes in. You want to practice this and get it just right. We're going to do some correction later because I know it doesn't look perfect. Wow, we are killing it on the gambling front. Oh. I haven't worked on my projects in a while. I'm going to make a crystal or a mystical item in some kind of fire ghost, like a wisp or from Brave. I love that. What motivated that? All right, down all the way, and we're gonna follow this curve right here as best as we can. Make a fire goose. Yeah, join the goose army. I didn't choose to be the goose streamer, but somehow I am now the goose streamer. You know, I always look at people who stream, and I think that sometimes people can be kind of artificial. I was friends with people who would just be like, my thing's gonna be blank, and they would just say a random thing and come up with whatever they wanted. I never would have chosen goose for myself. So if ever there was a need to be genuine in this world, I never would have chosen my thing to be a goose. So if you need to argue whether my content is genuine or not, I'm not even in control of it. Okay, that's actually pretty good looking. So we're going to do this and then round it out. The game is rigged. It is kind of rigged. Trying to incorporate how Rocket League came to be. The item will teleport the car to the stadium and the ghost will help him find the artifact in the cave. I have no clue what the artifact in the cave means, but that sounds super cool. I'm into it. Okay, now Dynatopo's not working again. Why? Oh, it's sharps. Sharps don't work. That's weird. All right, we have new knowledge. We have brand new weirdo knowledge. That is odd. Did you get one? Oh, Pyro got one and won 5 points. I'm gonna have to change the values of that. That is too little for what you're doing. I will make my own Twitch gambling bot with Blackchat and Goosers. I like that. I will gladly use that. Go ahead. Put your programming knowledge to use and let's see it. Okay, so we're going to round all this out a little bit, just as we're going. Just to cut down on it a bit. Because we don't want this to be too crazy. Nope, that's too much right there. This guy needs to be rounded out quite a bit. The artifact is the crystal. It'll be glowing in the back of the cave. Kind of freak out when the car comes close to teleport the car. Oh, get it. So this is your own, like, headcanon. I understand. This is not actual lore in Rocket League. Greemall. Thank you, Greemall. Greemall, you're the big mystery. One day I'm going to know everything about you, Greemall. That's my goal. How am I today, and how is everybody in chat? Yes, thank you, T. Thank you for doing my job for me. I got too wrapped up in what I was doing. What else is new? I am good. I actually slept last night, which is wild. What an insomniatic I've become. I actually managed to sleep last night, which felt great. And I had a pretty productive night and morning. I've been working on some projects lately. I don't want to give too much away, but I have some projects on the horizon. I will put it that way. And I'm just starting to think about new ways to use 3D modeling for my life and like what I want to be doing with my life. Because game design is the big focus. But it turns out game design takes a long time and is a big financial sink. And so I'm just looking for ways to sort of break out of my current routine and maybe make some money in other ways. So I've just been thinking about how to do that with 3D modeling or the other skills that I have outside of streaming. And it's been kind of a cool little week for it. I missed the beginning of chat, so I didn't hear what's up today. You're good. I didn't even ask. I was all over the place. I was trying to make a card due to reference today. I don't know why, but something went wrong and all goes to fail. Maybe I just don't have such knowledge. Do you want to post a picture in the Discord? I mean, that's kind of what that's for. We can give you some criticism or feedback or whatever you need. All this is coming from your head? Well, that's awesome. I love a little bit of world building. You know, writing is definitely one of the most undervalued art forms, I would argue. Everybody thinks that they can write until they try, and people don't want to pay writers because of that. But writing is awesome. If you can get a little bit of story going, that's great. That's the big scene right there. Okay, that is looking good. I'm going to go ahead and pull out on this a little bit. We're going to pull out on this guy just a bit. Also, I realized only certain brushes have this Dynatopo thing that works correctly, which is weird. I wonder how they come up with that stuff. There's some parts of Blender that I'm like, oh, clearly I would do this or that or this, but like stuff like Dynatopo, it's like, how do you program this? This looks like actual wizardry. Like, I don't even begin to understand how this stuff works. Okay, so we're just going to go ahead and round a bunch of this stuff out. All right. There we go. It's a little lumpy. We're going to have to really sit and tinker with this guy, I think, to make it look nicer. How much do I care? If I do this, if I just quickly pave... Oh no, we got squats incoming. Okay, give me just a moment to do this, and then squats time. Making sure to take care of the streamer. Oh, I can tell. Oh, I can tell. I can tell we all like taking care of me. Is this a sloppy edit? This is not my favorite edit in the world, but it does look interesting. It has a vibe to it. And if it's a little mushy, that's kind of good for wax. I just need the shape to be clear. The shape's important because we are genuinely trying to make something. Yeah, the Dynatopo has some weird inconsistencies to it for sure. Some stuff that I don't understand. Like that. That is very weird looking. Having a good storyline is crucial. Without it, you just lose your audience. For sure. All right, squat time. ET poses. Okay. Nope, too close to the bed. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm going for 15, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. All right. Thank you for the Pornhub. Who is this letter for? It's for a character in one of my games. I'm probably going to turn this into a 2D asset eventually. But, the general idea is it's going to a... Oh, no, you're going to clip that? Go ahead. Feel free. How do you clip? It's in the player on Twitch. Okay, so... Here's what I want. No, I don't think it's Alt-X. Don't press that. So, I think this heart's kind of bad. And I kind of want to redo it. So let's push this wax down a little bit and try again. Pyro has to do it. Pyro is required. Pyro, we're forcing you to clip it. I think T wants you to clip the Pornhub squats. If I understand correctly what's going on right now. Okay, let's flatten this guy out. So I think the goal is to just like fully bring this guy down to this level. How am I doing this? Wow, somebody is cryptic about this little clip here. I appreciate the clipping, though. Clipping actually goes a really long way on Twitch. I've been doing a lot of looking at how to grow on Twitch and stuff lately. As much as I am just doing this for my own purposes and just to hang out with everybody and have a good time, it is a little disheartening to go back and forth between having 10 average viewers and having 3 average viewers. There's something really weird and unsettling about that, and just kind of like kills your ego. So I'm just working on fixing that up. Also, I hate the way this thing looks. You know what? I'm gonna change this a little bit. Let's completely redo this. I got a brand new idea. We're gonna do this completely differently. Nothing wrong with wanting to grow. Exactly. It's important to, you know, just think about what comes next. There's always a next, and your responsibility as a human is always to think about what's next. And so that's all we're doing right now, is just thinking about what comes next. I'm actually very excited to be done with Inktober. As you might imagine, streaming 6 times a week is killer. So I'm excited to see what November's like. I'm going to be taking a little bit of time off right at the beginning just to reset myself. But once we do that, I don't know what it's going to be like. We're just going to practice and experiment and play. Maybe play some more games on stream. I don't know. Have more fun than we were. Police don't want you to grow. This is true. This is a true thing. We're going for 15. There we go. Pyro, thank you very much for abiding by T's unreasonable demands. Okay, that to me looks a little bit more real. That feels like a real object. Oh, I just screwed it up. We'll go to such lengths to satisfy women's demands, even clip a stream. Wow. Our man is chivalrous out here today. Feel free to post that in the appropriate channel on the Discord. Speaking of games on stream. Hey, guess what? I'm going to redo this. I hate this. I actually hate what I'm doing right now. I have a much better way to do this that makes way more sense. Oh, okay, we got a Pokemon Showdown. Let me make a circle real quick. Let me go ahead and make a little guy right here. Yeah, so T has redeemed that we're going to play a round of Pokemon Showdown. This is my new little break from streams. This is my new little thing to, I don't know, have a little bit more fun on stream. We're going to grid fill that. That looks good, actually. We can do that. Get it nice and bold looking. Bold and brash, as you might say. And we're going to call that it. I'm going to save. And now I'm going to pull up Pokemon Showdown. So, T, if you could please find my username on Pokemon Showdown. It's the same as my streaming name. And go ahead and send me a little whisper, and we'll go ahead and give each other a challenge. All right. Here we go. Let's go ahead and switch over to a little bit of Pokemon. So, anybody who hasn't seen it before, this is Pokemon Showdown. You can do Pokemon duels whenever you want, online. It's just a website. For streams, I'm just going to be keeping it super simple. So we're only doing random battles because I'm not about to make a team live on stream. But yeah, so here we go. I have a Pikachu. You got a Taurus. Let's think here. Hey, little mama, let me whisper in your ear. Hey, little mama, let me whisper in your ear. You're getting this. Oh! Why'd that deal so much damage? What? You have a choice band. Guaranteed you have a choice band. There's no way you just did that much damage. How did you do that much damage? Okay. You got it. Here we go. I'm throwing a tricky one out there. I know T does not know. I'm losing. I'm going to rematch you. We're going to rematch. How do I kill something that has this much power? I'm just going to lose. Okay, I have to. I have to risk it for the biscuit. Let's go. Let's do this thing. In fact, I'm going to risk it even further. Let's go absolutely nuts. You got so ducked I should play the Pornhub theme? Honestly. That's right. Get that close combat going. Thank you. We're taking this back. We're bringing it back. You're oofing me? You went through 3 of my Pokemon. I should be oofing you. Oh, Ice is so scary. That's a good Pokemon. Oh, thank goodness. Okay. All right. Now you can now that's a proper oof. We have a proper oof now. Did that one not play or did I oof at the exact same time as it? All right, a fairy is actually very scary. I'm actually very scared of a fairy. Oh! Oh! We live! We live. How did we live that one? Okay. Okay. I'll take it. I'll take it. That's enough of a return for me that we can accept this. Now we have to just ace the rest of this thing. Yeah, that was appropriate. You're really tanky. Oh, you're so tanky. Hey, what's up, Bam? You're so tanky. And you have psychic terrain. So yeah, you work out. I can tell. Man, you have 3 more. How's the battle going? I'm getting royally destroyed because their first Pokemon was a Tauros that one-shot 2 of my guys. Which I don't even know how it's possible. He's a normal type that went through a ghost somehow. So, yeah, Tauros destroyed me. Oh, of course you have a Blaziken. Of course you have a Blaziken. You know what? I have to play the hard game. I have to play the hard game. We have to do it. Oh! Oh, we're done. We're dead. We lose this. We have to count. We have to pray. Pray, pray, pray. Yes! Yes. We got a hi, I'm a cup of tea. I post a picture of the forest I created in Discord. That's awesome. I will definitely check it out. Dude. I don't think we have much of a chance, but we did wrap it up. Oh. Man. How risky do I want to play? I've come to a realization as of recently. Let's hear it. Oh! Yeah. I'm so sorry. You deserved the win so bad. But I had to hit you with the paralyzed play. There's no other way around it. I had to paralyze you. And again, I have to paralyze you. Like I can't not paralyze you. Like I know that's the rudest thing I could do, but it's absolutely required that I paralyze you. Okay. GG's. That was a great game. That was thrills and spills all around. Okay, we're back to here. So that's the antics that we can expect from Pokemon Showdown matches. That was thrilling, actually. That was really fun. I'm going to become a Giga Chad at my school, and that means I have to get 100 girls before I graduate, and that is my goal. Man, there's a lot to analyze in that one. There's a lot to analyze there. That is for sure. Yeah, the paralyze was a strong play. Well, I wish you luck on your Giga Chatting, I suppose. I don't really agree with that, but sure. My last two were flying type, so I was going to try and roost to waste your electric type moves. Yeah. I've already done 1 and 99 left. Now, this isn't me trying to judge you or anything, Bam. But I kind of feel like I kind of feel like somebody who would go into a Twitch channel and say that is not landing the chicks. And there's nothing wrong with not landing the chicks, because the world doesn't revolve around that. But I would argue that's not the Giga Chad move, is to go brag about it on Twitch. I think quote unquote Giga Chad would just get on with their business and not worry about it. As a not any type of male myself, that would be my analysis. As a guy who literally doesn't care about that stuff, that would be my general analysis. Child support interest rate can kill home economy? Absolutely. Become a theater kid if you want to get girls? Honestly, that is true. That is very true. I was in chorus in high school, and I was with theater and band, and I did all that sort of stuff. And, man, you are the only not gay guy in the group. You can have whatever you want. And also, something that I think is worth knowing, maybe at a certain point in your life, is that most of the time, traditionally hot people, girls and guys, non-binaries, anybody, traditionally hot people are boring sexually and romantically. Like, the last thing you want is a little pillow princess that just, like, doesn't know what to do in the bedroom. You want somebody who cares about you and about the experience and about the world and whatever. I know, but I just need to tell someone who doesn't know me so I can tell of my success. Well, I'm glad. I'm glad you got your first girl. The girls, the gays, and the theys. Yeah, that's what the world's all about, is the girls, the gays, and the theys. But yeah, as far as your pursuits are concerned, learn how to cook. Just learn how to cook, and you'll have whatever you want. You can have anything you want if you learn how to cook. People will like claw their way out of the sewers to find you. Next step is to join theater. Pretty much. Join theater. Yeah, join theater and go do something with your life. Bam. Go learn about how to put on a show. This isn't as round as I think I want it to be, but it's not bad. Don't catch the clap, Bam. Yeah, don't catch the clap. That's what we say in the business. Now, again, I should preface this by saying I don't exactly know what I'm doing. This is a new practice for me. Anybody who is good at sculpting and is upset at what I'm doing, good. You should be. I don't know what I'm doing. I am literally practicing a brand new thing live on Twitch. I discovered it 2 days ago, put it in practice yesterday on stream, and now this is my second time putting it in practice. So if this is wrong, good. It should be. So just to put that in context for anybody who is watching this thinking, what the heck is this guy doing? Just a little bit of context for you. I already have good grades and I use the best Bath and Body Works. What are you talking about? Okay, so that wow. The Body Works comment makes me think that you are actually like 25 and you're like role-playing. Which is fine. You can roleplay in my chat if you want. You can pretend to be a high schooler. I don't care. Doesn't bother me. It's fun to watch me learn. I think that's true. That's kind of why I started the Twitch channel in the first place, right? I have no humiliation. If I'm bad at what I'm doing, that's too bad. You know, that's how we all learn. I think it's weird that we want to like hide the learning process. Shouldn't be part of it at all. You should show off your learning. I'm 16 and not role-playing. I mean, I'm not saying you're lying, but like if you were role-playing, that's exactly what you would say. Okay, that is cool. This is good. This'll work. That's a great looking leaf down there. I used to join chat rooms when I was younger. Believe what you want? I will. For sure. And that's okay. That doesn't hurt our relationship. You can still do what you want to do, and I can still do what I want to do. Nothing wrong with that. Get an adult's perspective. Yeah, you're getting an adult's perspective. There you go. That's an exact way of saying it. There we go. Look at that. Look at this bad boy. Look at this bad boy. So, bam, I gotta ask. Ever used Quixel Bridge? I have. I tried to do a stream of it once, and I got really weirded out by the copyright stuff. I know Simo disagrees with me and thinks that the copyright's not that bad of a deal, but the copyright for Quixel is very scary for me. I'm not a fan of it. Man, I don't love the way this looks. I don't love the way this looks. You know what I want to do? I want to scrape the edges. That's going to be a really smart way to do this. Let's do that. Scrapes and peaks on the edges. This should do it. I got the Unreal Engine license. It was free and got access to the whole library. Yeah, I did the same thing. There's just some weird dependency sort of stuff with Quixel that if you're using it on Unreal, no problem. But when you start producing stuff outside of it, their legal stuff gets really weirdly vague. And I've read online a few horror stories here and there, but for the most part, it kind of looks like a YouTube situation where YouTube waited a long time with their copyrights, and then all of a sudden they just like came out and started doing a bunch of weird stuff with people. And I have a feeling Quixel's going to end in the same way, which was why I got out of it. It is cool though. It's a cool little setup, for sure. If you're exclusively going to make games in Unreal, I think Quixel is a very cool tool to learn. But if you want to produce art for like video and you want to sell assets or donate assets to future projects like game jams and stuff, maybe stuff that's not going to be made in Unreal, I don't think it's worth it. But that's just my own personal opinion. This looks a lot better now. This is what I should have done right from the beginning. I could have actually probably fixed the last one that I did by doing this, but I didn't know. If you don't know, you don't know. If you don't know, you don't know. Scrapes and Peaks, honestly, this is like the coolest brush ever. This was not my favorite brush in the beginning, but it's definitely become my favorite brush the more I use it. It's so useful. I've been watching a lot of the Star Wars Clone Wars animated series lately. Shout out to it. If you know it, you know. I've been watching a lot of it recently. And the way the characters are designed is so based on this. They have really flat assets like on their face and stuff. It's a really cool style. It's very optimized. I'm sure it was done intentionally to save on the rendering speeds, but it looks good. Like, it's very stylized. I could play a whole game that looks like that. I kind of think I'm going to practice with that style a little bit and see if it's what I want to actually use for production. But we'll see when we get there. Look at that. That looks really clean. So we can just do the exact same thing up this way and say, how are we looking? And if I do the bottom like this as well, we should have some really nice flats to work off of. Okay, so how long have we been streaming? We've been streaming for over an hour now, and I don't have a lot to show for it. Oops. I feel like yesterday was a good stream, so we were due in for another weird one, but I'm going to clutch it now. I'm going to clutch the end of this stream. All right, so we're just pushing up all the way to the edge here, and then we're going to do the little valley in between and hopefully make it really flat and aesthetic looking. And if we do it correctly, we will have what looks to be like a metal pressed little bit of wax. And then I might just need to smooth out a couple of these edges, and I think we're done. Like, look at that. That is really clean looking. That is so clean looking. So let's go ahead and flatten all of this. Okay, so scraping this is going to be difficult. Scraping this is going to be really tough. Yeah, it doesn't want to abide very well. If instead I just do some fills and really get this feeling more like a neutral sort of zone, I think this will be better. We're just filling the rivers. Bum, 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 bum. All right. So I think the recipe right now, the big like what are we actually doing and what's going on is I'm definitely practicing like hand-drawn sculpting at this point. And hopefully, as I get better with this, big hopefully, because I don't know if I will, but the big hopefully here is that like we'll have an aesthetic that looks pretty hard to replicate. Ideally, I want to make something that people can look at and be like, oh, that was Red. Like, Red made that. And if I've done that, I've done my job correctly. And of course, we want it to look good as well, but like, those two things should hopefully go hand in hand, depending on if we do our job right or not. So we're just practicing that a little bit. I wish I had known about this sort of aesthetic at the beginning of the month, because I could have been doing this all month, but it is what it is. Can't be upset that you learned something late, you just got to be happy that you learned it in general. At the end of the day, life is not about what you didn't know 10 years ago, it's about what you know now. And what you know about rolling down in the deep. That's a big part of it as well. All right. Up we go. Facts and preach. Thank you, Dirty. Very appreciated. Dirty, I feel like you have taken to 3D modeling super well. I feel like I don't know how long you've been thinking about it or what your expertise is necessarily. I know we've talked about it, but I don't have it on recall. I don't have it on memory. But I feel like you and 3D modeling clicked super well. Also, that feels pretty right to me. I'm going to go ahead and just generally spice this up just a little bit. Spice this soup. Like, that is not the worst thing I've ever seen. It's a little crazy looking, but it's not terrible. That to me feels correct. I'm back. Good soup. Good soup. Just did a little taste test of cookies and cream Twix. Okay. If anybody needs clarification, not a fan, strange taste. How dare you? Do you not like Oreos? Are you not an Oreo person? Because if you don't like Oreos, you're definitely not going to like cookies and cream. Okay, that is not the worst thing I've ever seen. I love Oreo. Okay, what's wrong with the Twix? I did not like, it does not taste like Oreos to me. That is interesting. Thank you. I'm an electrical engineer, so I went through Calculus 3, learned equations of 3D stuff, and how I imagine it. Plus in high school, I was very good in my Photoshop class. All good things. I was a physics major in college before switching out of it. And math is definitely more than art for me. So I feel you there. I feel you hardcore. Okay, let's dig that. Also, shout out to Bam for joining chat to say that he lost his virginity and then left. That's kind of nuts moves. That's kind of the craziest energy. If I had that energy in high school, I think I'd be dead right now. Oh, Dirty is the Rocket League guy. Dirty is Mr. Rocket League himself. Okay, let's go ahead and do some grabs. We're gonna do just little bits of pull to make it feel a little bit more... You're so bad at Rocket League? I'm sure you're better than most. Like, I don't really have any experience in Rocket League, so I'm sure you're better than me. I played forever ago. That one's too much, and that maybe is a bit too much as well. You're so bad? I'm sure you're fine. I'm sure you are just fine. Okay, that to me screams quality. That has some effort to it. You're actually confident that I would be better than you? Fair. I've been wanting to get into 3D modeling for over a year and a half. Just for a few months ago, started to actually grind and learn. I can see myself doing this for a long time. It's pretty much exactly how things were for me. When I told myself I wanted to make games, and specifically, I felt that 3D was the way to go. And so I just like didn't do it for a really long time, and then eventually I was like, you know what, just do it. Like just do the thing. And so I went ahead and just started, and I feel pretty comfortable with it. I'm not going to claim to be the world's best 3D model or anything, but I think I have a pretty good grasp on most things. I think my real advantage in 3D modeling, and people can go ahead and disagree with this all they want, and that is perfectly allowed and perfectly fine, but I think my real advantage in 3D modeling is that I learn things very fast. Motivation is a little different for me, but like, if I say like time to get into UV unwrapping, it takes me not long to learn it. I think I just go through like surges of figuring things out. You can say 3D modeling is my cup of tea. Oh man, jokes out here. Grimo, thank you for taking care of me. Hey Grimo, I noticed on Discord that you labeled yourself as a visual artist. What do you do? What do you work on? What's your stuff? Okay, so we gotta make this like a bold little line first. So let's make a tiny little line first, and then we'll go in later with detail. I think Greenwald does do art based on what I've seen. That'll be good. This will look great. Okay, let's do that. Let's do that. And then we're going to get really close in here. Yes, this is it. This is it. And we're going to do the exact same peaks and valleys thing that we just did last time. This will work. All right. My claim to fame is the Pixel Arduino emote. I do love the Pixel Arduino. Oh, I forgot to throw that on the Pokemon scene. I need to throw it on Pokemon. I'm gonna make a little. I'll make a little thing for Arduino when we play Pokemon Showdown. All right. Down we go. Into the Nether. Arduino is honestly bae. She doesn't get enough love. Arduino really isn't a well-regarded Pokemon for how like absolutely cute she is. Arduino doesn't receive enough love. Does this look right? I think I have to accept it for what it is. Bum, 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 bum. Okay, let's do that. And we're going to average it all up. So I have a cylinder I sculpted a bit, but when applying the material, the flat face has stretched. Any tips on helping with that? Apply your scale first. Start with applying scale and then come back to me. Image editing very little, some drawing with it, but I tend to not to. I used to do some hard crafting, but not now. Oh. Yeah, I'd also love to see some of your art. I know you're lurking. I don't mean to pull you out of lurk. Just curious. I see you in a lot of artistic Twitch streams, and I assume you have an artistic eye, and that's cool. We love artists. We love all people, but artists are the people that I understand the most. At least the people I'm the most interested in, at the very least. Art is just too cool. Art's a cool little thing. Okay, so we're going to copy the same procedure as last time and pop up this little guy. Applied scale, the picture in Discord. Did apply scale work? It didn't. Okay. Tell you what, I'm going to check your picture in just a moment. Give me 1 second. And then I'll give you a full rundown of what I think is going on. Am I actually in a position where I can give people advice now? I think I am. I think I'm good enough at 3D modeling to give people legitimately good advice now. I wouldn't have said that a couple of months ago, but I think I feel that way now. All right, let's take a look. Oh, your texture's messed up. That map looks really cool. All right, so let's take a look at this. So your stuff is messed up. I'm going to say it's your UVs. Check your UV editor. Your UV edit should probably have it like really stretched out on the sides and is probably messing things up pretty badly, if I'm guessing. So I'm going to say that's my assumption. But you'd have to tinker with it to really know, right? So I know exactly what I've done wrong on here. I should have blocked this out better before I started going for it. But you live and you learn. Life's a crazy beast, and then you live and you learn. Gonna do some laundry? You go do some laundry. Get that laundry done. It's also laundry day for me. I can do some laundry as soon as stream ends. I can do laundry and dishes and then go make some burritos. That's my night. All right. Am I gonna make burritos? I might make like a Tex-Mex breakfast, the more I think about it. I might make like a little bit of eggs and beans and rice. I scaled the UV map by 10 and it looks better. Might stick with it. I would probably double check that you can unwrap it correctly though. Because I think the unwrap is where the trouble's coming from. If I'm being perfectly honest. But if it looks good, it looks good. You know, whatever. Okay, that's not terrible looking. So we're just going to round all that out, make it look nice and vague. You know what? Actually, we did it wrong. I have to do it the other way around. Go all the way back. Go all the way up to the top. We got to round out the center bit first. So let's round all of this first before we do the full round. Just so we can keep it nice and flat. Just so we don't get any of those weird peaks halfway through. This should make it look a lot better. There we go. Okay, up we go. So, I know that this is not the best way I could have done this, and I know some of this stuff is probably stuff that you wouldn't want to do in Sculpt, at least in the way that I've done it. But I'm just feeling it, you know? We're just experimenting with what we have available to us. This is just a toolkit experiment at this point. I had a weird prompt today. I didn't think I was going to make anything useful out of it, so it was just a day to play around. And playing around is what we did. And I actually feel kind of nice about this. Like, I'm definitely learning a lot. That's all we're here for, is to learn. All of us. Me, you, the Twitch algorithm learning how to teach us how to discover streamers better. We're all here just to learn. Okay, so now I can take you and just round you out a little bit. Sure. Do I care about that? Sure. Fine. It is what it is. There's my letter. I think that's as much as I care to do on this guy. Do I love the way it looks? No. I don't love it. But it'll be fine. In fact, I'm going to go... No, I will. I'm going to go one step further. No, actually, I'll do it last. That'll be the last thing I do. Okay. So let's save. Let's apply scale. Let's grab edit, and we're going to push this backwards. So let's extrude you straight back using global. We're going to set it to Y. -1. Oh, that's not what I wanted. I want 1. Why is it not extruding? What the heck? There we go. Now we have a full extrusion backwards. We look at it. It looks like this. That will do. And now we're going to smooth the back of this guy quite a lot. So we're just going to keep smoothing this until it is just the easiest, simplest thing you've ever seen. Get rid of all that detail. Get rid of it. Get rid of all of you. Make it nice and flat. There we go. Look at that beauty. Now all we got to do is come in here and apply our scale. Okay, I took the final ring of vertices and intruded them with the I key in edit mode and got rid of the tearing. There you go. Very good. Are you like, are we good? Is that 100%, or is there more to be done with them? That is not quite right. There's still some stuff to be done back here. Let's like wash details if I can't simplify. Actually, don't do it that way. Do not do it that way. Okay, so we're here. You know what? I'm going to ignore it for now. I'm actually going to ignore it. I thought I was going to do it. I don't want to do it. Instead, we're going to round all of this out and make the actual, like, waxy seal part. This is going to be tough. This is going to be really hard. Why is this so tough? Oh, because Dynatopos got turned off. That's why it got all messed up. That's why you were really weird. Got it. And we need to apply scale. Apply scale, go back to sculpt, go back to Dynatopo, turn it on. There we go. We're just going to make a nice little ridge here, and then we're going to round it all out, and we should be dunzos. That looks fine. We're getting these weird cracks along those seams there, but that should be easy enough to fix in just a moment. Yeah, that should be no problem to fix. This should work out just fine. I just want to make sure I don't get too close to the grain, because if we get too close to our hearts, we're going to mess up the hearts. But otherwise, we got ourselves a little wax seal. And then we're going to stick it on a letter, and then I'm going to think about the pigeon. And the pigeon does scare me. Given how much we've been sculpting lately, it's a matter of time before I actually lose it. And the pigeon today stands to be a good chance for me to actually lose it. Because we're doing a lot of new stuff, and I'm inevitably going to do that new stuff on the pigeon, and then it's going to fail. And the way that I traditionally would have done a pigeon is going to drive me nuts. So we'll see. We'll see when we get there. There we go. That is pretty clean looking. Little lumps here and there, which is fine, all according to plan. It's not the most round thing in the world, which is good. We don't want it to look too perfect. There we go. Perfect. And now the back of this guy can get really fast, easy edits. And then we're going to build out the sides. Computer's not loving all of this, but it'll be fine. It'll all work out in the end. I see some weird bits that I don't love. Those guys, those little ridges there freak me out. Okay, so that is the beginning of it. Let's go ahead and start pushing up here. We're just going to make a little messy edge for us. Just a little edge for the little wax to cling on to. We want to really try and impress the idea that a stamp got pushed into here. So I'm just going to do little ridges. I'm going to try and keep it as circular as possible, not get too random as I like to do. It's important when you're making art to think about organic shapes and randomness and to try to minimize patterns that people see and realize that your stuff is kind of artificial. But you also want to think about the tools that the people were using to make the actual physical version of what you're actually modeling. Because some tools do make just lines. Like, just because you want this to be random doesn't mean that, like, an actual stamp press is random. That's a very important thing to keep in mind when you're pumping some stuff out. Things are not all random. Also, that does not look good at all. Let's up our detail quite a bit. Let's do a 36 now, and I'm going to try one more time. Okay, I'm assuming that we need that smaller. Oh yeah, we want that way smaller. Okay, so let's do an 8. Laundry is going. I'm a productive adult. Look at you. I'm proud of you. 8 is very small, but it is working. So I'm going to build out the back of this guy is what I'm going to do. And that should give us the look. So I need to cut a hole in the side of a hill for the opening of a cave. Should I boolean or delete the unwanted vertices and merge the two meshes together? I mean, either of those options is fine. The second option sounds crazy to me. I would probably boolean and then fix your vertices afterwards if it has to be game ready. If it doesn't have to be game ready, I would say who cares? But just doing like a retopo after you boolean is probably fine if you're willing to go through that effort. Cutting out the vertices is usually not how I would like to do stuff like that. When I'm making caves, which I'm not very good at, that's not like my main specialty. But when I make caves, I like to extrude vertices that have been loop tools circled. So loop tools can be a good tool for you on that. That looks like a waxy little seal. I'll take that. Bum ba-dum 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 bum ba-dum ba-dum bum. Bum 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 ba bum 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 bum. I think this should make things look a lot better. I think we should be looking pretty golden here. I'm kind of not loving this sketch today. It's like really not vibing with me for whatever reason, but it'll be what it is. At the end of the day, if you're making a new 3D piece every single day, there's going to be a couple of bumps in the road. Oh, that's it. That's the stuff. Oh, absolutely. All right. So we are looking at what should be a one and done kind of thing here. It's practicing new techniques too. Absolutely. Yeah, I'm not disappointed one bit. It's not my favorite piece I've ever made. That's to say the least. So you're learning from the things you don't like. Absolutely. I think it's really easy to get bogged down. I'll be the first person to say I get bogged down a lot, being like, wow, people are better than me. What am I doing? Am I good? Blah, blah, blah. All that sort of stuff. I get bogged down in that kind of mindset a lot. But at the end of the day, it's like, if you compare yourself to other people, which you really shouldn't be doing ever, it's not a productive way to live your life, is to compare yourself to other people. But if you ever do it, you need to keep in mind that, like, the only way you're going to do it is to keep getting better. To compare yourself to somebody else and be like, how do they know this? They didn't work that hard, blah, 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 whatever, which is not how I think, but I know a lot of people think that way. Um, if you think that way, too bad. Get over it. Practice. And then you'll be better. Okay, do I like it? It's got a look, at the very least. It's got a weird look, at the very least. Ba-da-ba-da-ba. That is a cool little addition. I like that. That actually kind of does it for me. Okay, boom. Okay, we're back to object mode. We got this guy. Relatively something that we like. Relatively speaking. I stretched 2T. Thanks. Hey, me and Dirty are doing a co-stream right now. This is actually the Dirty co-stream. That's why we're actually here right now. Life really isn't a race. People will learn things faster or slower than you, and people will start before you and after you. It's something that I forgot a ton and got overwhelmed about. Definitely. If you go around your life thinking that other people are better than you, which is a way that people think sometimes, but if you legitimately think that, and it's fine if you think that, you know, you are who you are, but if you think that, if you think people are better than you, the one thing that I'm going to tell you to keep in mind is, like, what does that mean at the end of the day? Like, at the end of the day, if people are better than you, okay, then what? Does that mean you're done? Are you done trying? Are you over it? Or are you going to keep trying? And that's tough to hear, but I think that's really, like, how it works. That's a difficult thing about art, right? Like, or just life in general, I suppose. Like, if at the end of the day, the point is, what are you doing? Then start asking yourself, what am I doing? And that's all you need. Okay, we're going to merge all three of these at center. We're going to grab you and round that guy out pretty distinctly. And we're going to just enjoy the journey. I knew the students at my school were way better than at engineering, but I found my own way to use my degree. Plus, I'm not good at waking up in the morning, so no way I could keep a job being late all the time. I feel that. I feel that big way. I totally feel that. You got to do what works for you. And if you think that the world is built not for people like you, then fair, but also you're not going to imagine a world that's better for you. Like, you're going to have to find a way one way or another, regardless of whether you like it or not. And I think finding peace in that is really where a lot of good stuff in the world comes from. So get out there and do good things, peeps. Okay, we're going to rotate this guy down by 180, and we're going to push it down to where we like it. There we go. Build your own way in the world. Yeah, absolutely. Look at that. Look how good that looks. Okay, let's take it and we're going to rotate it forward just a little bit. Just a hair. There we go. This is my really weird looking letter all of a sudden. We're going to bevel that using vertices, and we're going to do the exact same one as the bottom. Do I like that? I think I don't like the way that looks. If I'm being perfectly honest. You're going to try your lucky number 13. You give it a shot. You give it a shot and you tell us how it goes. Now, that doesn't make any sense to me. So let's fix that. Fingers crossed. Nope, it lost. Your other lucky number is 24. Alright, the gambling addiction is real here, folks. Bum ba dum ba. Oh, there's something weird there. I can see it. There he is. Something really weird happens on that other side right there. Bum 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 bum. I think I don't care. What if I throw a subsurface on here? Isn't that gonna be the worst thing in the world? It is the worst thing in the world. This song is the best energy. I mean, it is a classic, right? We all love it. Like, even if you hate it, you kind of have a feeling about it. Oh, Animal Crossing Day. Hey. Tablet Genius is still here hanging out. Okay, let's grab this, and let's go ahead and see if we can't simplify some of these faces. I have a Venti cold brew, and it's hitting. I am fast. I am speed. Honestly, somebody had to do it. Okay, this is scary. We could probably just do a decimate, if I'm being perfectly honest, and just see how that treats it for us. Oh my gosh, those vertices. Unbelievable. I'm so hyped for the Animal Crossing update. So I started my Switch this morning. And there was an update. And I was like, they released the Animal Crossing update early. Like, we're here. I'm about to go do this thing. And then I realized I accidentally played Ring Fit. And so it was a Ring Fit update and not an Animal Crossing update. And I was very sad. Also, we're not going to do this. We're just going to render at crazy high quality. So again, how you would do this is you would bring this down using a bake to bump map, but I'm not doing that. So this is going to render really poorly for us. Also, I should double check this guy. Mesh, normals, recalculate outside. Same for you. Mesh, recalculate outside. Okay, boom. Same thing happened to me. I was just doing a system update for me, though. I need to steal Joe's Ring Fit. I want to play it. Yeah, that sounds about right. You know what? I'm being very picky. I'm being incredibly picky, and we have just a little bit more time, so I'm going to be super picky about this. We're going to do that. Why is it... Sure. We'll take it just like that. That's fine. No. What? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What is going on? 1, 2. Okay, I'm seeing a glitch in the way that I have my my bad boy setup. So I need to fix how we do our setup now. Now that I'm really sitting here and looking at it. Okay, that'll do. And now we're going to take you and pull you forward with a smooth just a little bit. Up that smooth so it's all the way. Okay, that'll do. And now we're gonna do the exact same thing on this side. So we're gonna grab you, and we're gonna do a little guy like that. Grab him, do a nice little bevel all the way around. I have all of my Animal Crossing villagers calling me Dad. You know? That makes sense to me. In a weird, twisted way, that makes sense. There we go. I think that is fine. Is that a lot of space? It's kind of a lot of space, but I think if we do like this, we should be fine. Yeah, that's fine. I'll take it. I'll take it for what it's worth. Oh, we have so much clipping up here, though. Man, I don't know. This has been a weird one today. Let's merge by distance. And see what we get our hands on. No. Minecraft songs? Oh yeah. Gotta appreciate the Minecraft songs. Okay, we got ourselves just a little bit of wax. We're gonna go nice and simple on this. Simple and clean is the way that I'm feeling tonight. Just really simple. To the best of my understanding, wax has really high specular with really high tint. Wax can be kind of glossy. It can also have clear coat with a pretty glossy clear coat. Yeah, that's too bumpy for me. Minecraft is the best bad game. Can you explain what that means for the class? What do you mean best bad game? I mean, it looks good. It does look like a wax seal. It looks like we're getting into Smash. And I want to probably add a really strong light source to get that shadow. So let's do that real quick. Let's give it the field treatment. Why are we not getting shadows? Do we not have shadows turned on? How do we not have shadows? Shadows. Why are there no shadows? What is happening? Why aren't you casting a shadow? It's so fun, but I have the most complaints about it. Like, I spend the most time on it, but I complain the most about it. I feel pretty much the same way. Minecraft is a game that's like, what are they doing? Like, what is the point of all of this most of the time? I feel like Minecraft is a game where, at this point, it feels like it's developed by an AI. Like, that's really mean to say. I know that's like very mean to say because the people who work on it work very hard, I'm sure. But like the decisions they make are just so removed from anything anybody actually wants. Like, what's a good example? Like the fact that you're in creative mode and you mine blocks slower than if you're in survival and you're holding a an enchanted pickaxe is like no human would ever design a mechanic like that. Oh, you know the cheat mode where you cheat the game and you do things quickly? It's actually worse for you. It's like, what? Why would you design it like that? Okay, so this letter is being a pain in the butt. There we go. That's the texture I want for it. It's not casting shadows, though. MC sus, though. Wow. We really just get a sus on Minecraft? Is that the point we're at right now? Is that the part of stream we're in? Where we're sus in Minecraft? You've been super craving playing Among Us? Let's play some Among Us sometime. I'm down. Let's get some peeps together and let's play some Among Us. I feel like it was the meme game for a long time, but honestly, I love Among Us. I find that game very fun despite like how media sensation hype it was. It's still a very good game. What am I doing? What am I actually doing? You know what? I need a reset. I see I have an ad counter now because Twitch rolled out the new ad thing. I'm going to run 30 seconds of ads and I'm going to go get some more water to reset the timer. And I'm just going to take a break and mentally think about what's going on. So I'll be right back. Oh. All right, we're back. That was a short ad. I don't know what ad it was, but it was short. I have played Among Us earlier, but now don't play anything except Cyberpunk. You did a Cyberpunk stream recently, didn't you? I think I saw you doing that. I think I saw you playing a little bit of Cyberpunk on stream, my man. You know what? New idea. New idea. Let's kill this thing. Let's pop this in and make ourselves a Let's make a cube. I got a weird idea. Got a weird idea for how I want to do this. That should do. And then we'll pop it out like that. And then pop it forward just a little bit. Okay. Yes, 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 yes. I see it. I see it now. I see the idea. It's all here. It's all in my brain. It'll look just like that. And now we're going to grab these guys and merge them at center. All the way across. This is going to work. This is going to work. This is actually going to work. Wow. Who would have thunk it? Doesn't need to be that crazy. There we go. And now we got to do the flap that comes down. Oh, first off, I also need to do these guys. Look at that. Bum. Lots of Animal Crossing today. Cyberpunk was good for me, story graphics, but technically is not well. What do you mean technically not well? What does that mean? Like, what's wrong with it technically speaking? Don't love the way that works. Let's apply scale one more time and try this again. If we grab this and just do a bevel, and then we do another bevel. Nope, we have the exact same problem. Okay. You know what? That's going to be how we do it. I think that looks fine. Oh, bugs, crashes, stuff like that. It still has bugs. I thought they got rid of most of that. Is it still like a garbage fire? All right, up we go. So I should be able to just grab you all the way down. Do a nice ridge all the way through. Grab this and split it. Whoa, hello. That's not what I wanted. Split that. Whoa, what is going on? Is it not liking it because that's like a weird seam? Oh, what? What is happening? Why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? Okay, new procedure. Let's split this in half. What? Interesting. This is weird. Things are going really weird. I don't know why. Weird, 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 weird. Things are looking really strange here. Okay, that'll do. We're gonna go right about there. Oh, but I need it to be rounded. Nothing's easy. You know what? I don't think it matters at all. I don't care. I'm going to grab it. I'm just going to extrude it, and we're going to take a look at it. Let's extrude this out. Let's go ahead and pop these guys down. And let's push it down. Let's see what we get. Okay, and now I can just grab it 2 times and do a bevel. And now we're going to grab that little bit at the bottom and give it a little bit of a rotate with a smooth, connected only all the way up. And then we're going to push it back using connected only. And now if I pop the circle back on, oh, not quite. Oh, look at that. Now, does that look quite right? I don't know. Okay, I muted it until I figured it out. I used a shrink wrap to put the cave opening right in the hill, then aligned verts to the cave opening, and then deleted the face. Not bad. Got it. Can you post a picture of that? I need to see that. Shrink wrap to put the cave opening right on the hill, then aligned verts to the cave, then deleted the faces. It's an interesting idea. You kind of just did a really complicated Boolean. What made you decide not to do the Boolean instead? Bum bum ba-dum ba-da-bum ba-dum ba-dum ba-dum. There we go. Now, that's not how letters look, obviously, but I think that's about as good as I can hope that to be. I'm going to take it. I'm going to take it for what it's worth. Bum ba-dum ba-dum bum ba-dum 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 bum ba-dum ba-dum bum 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 ba-dum bum ba-dum 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 bum ba-dum. Again, we have no shadows. Why? If I go to cycles, and this is going to take forever to render because I've done the dumbest render I can. Okay, cycles works. Ba-dum, 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 ba-dum. The Boolean has troubles for me sometimes, and I watched a tutorial on making shrink wrap cups before, so I found it and followed the tutorial. Perfect. That's what you like to hear. Oh, there we go. Perfect. Sun's gone. No need to worry about the sun anymore. And now I take my world settings, and I'm going to find exactly the composition I want. That looks pretty good. Now, is it kind of terrible? It is. How am I going to make this look better? Because it doesn't look that good. I had visions in my head, and they're not true. How do I make this look better? I think I'm going to start with the paper. Let's start by making the paper look better, because the paper is definitely the most, like, awkward part of this. So, what I think we want to do is ruffle up the paper just a little bit. So let's start with a Musgrave. Hello? Have I lost it? Am I out of my mind? What's going on? Musgrave plugged into object settings, plugged into a color ramp. And we're going to get our color ramp up to this color. Okay, now we lower that dimension down until we get something we like. And then the goal... The goal is to push this up until we get kind of a shape that is interesting for us. Posted the final results of the texture. Very appreciated. Thank you. Dirty, I appreciate it very much. I very, very much appreciate the amount of effort that you're putting into it. There we go. Now we have a little bit of spots on here. Just a little bit of spottiness. Should be just fine. Now, am I going to put a normal texture on here? I don't know. They do have that sort of perforated feel to them, don't they? So if I go Shift A, Texture Musgrave, and we grab just our object settings, plug that in, what do we get? Immediately we get this look right here. I up that detail, I lower the dimensions. Immediately that looks pretty good. Of course, and thank you for being willing to help. So glad I came across this stream. Hey, that's very sweet. Thank you. We're just doing what we can for everybody, you know? I started on this channel knowing nothing, and I just pushed my way through it, and luckily we had a couple of good people who came in and gave me some advice, and that's where we are. That's just the world that we live in. All right. We've been streaming for 2 hours. I think I'm done. I can't picture how to salvage this. It's not the best thing I've ever seen. I don't love it. Let me do a camera setup real quick. But I think we're done. It's fine. It's a fine little setup. I learned a lot. It was a good little bit of practice, but we could have done better. I don't know. I don't know what I would have done differently given the opportunity. GY. There we go. Up we go. Yeah, we're super glad you're here, for sure. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and do just the aesthetic part. We're going to do the finishing. If you want to get into 3D modeling, I'm going to tell you right now, the #1 thing you can do is practice finishing. Finishing matters so much. That's the thing that people don't put a lot of effort into, myself included. And you really should if you want it to work out. Just doing those little bits at the end matter a lot. Okay, so now let's go ahead and set the rotation. This could be a really bad idea, but I'm doing it. And now we're going to go into here. And if it's just a little 1-second loop, I don't care. That should be fine enough for me. So we'll do 1 here. And at 20 seconds, we're going to rotate this whole thing over by like 15. And then at, we're actually going to make that 15 seconds. At 45 seconds, we're going to make it -15. Oh, wait, hold on. We goofed it. You're also 15. You're also 0. Okay, we got to do both of them. I didn't think about that. 60 will be 0. And you will also be 0 at 60. And then 45. 45, you need to be negative 15. And you need to be negative 15. And we should have something usable. Sure. We're all on this thing called life together. Thanks, cup of tea. Wouldn't want to get advice anywhere else now. You should be getting advice elsewhere, but I'm glad you're taking my advice as well. There we go. We got a little dancing letter. If we check the pre-render on it, yeah, no problem at all. I would spin it all the way around, but the back is a mess and is not actually a usable object, so we're not going to do the back at all. That's my letter. Done. We put it in cycles and we're going to kill our frame rate. That's actually not that bad. It's rendering pretty well. I have my videos, but bouncing ideas off of someone is huge. Yeah, totally. I mean, I follow tutorials all the time. That's a big part of how you learn. But yeah, putting it into practice and getting opinions and stuff is definitely where you're at. And luckily, I have the advantage of getting opinions from chat. But yeah, it works in the reverse as well. Cool. That is our weird little letter. I'm going to go ahead and turn off transparency because I don't want the background. I just want the letter. And that is it, dunzos. So, it's been a weird stream. I appreciate everyone who's been here. I'm going to go ahead and look for somebody to raid. And we're going to go jump ship. Having people to communicate is definitely huge. Absolutely. Oh my gosh. Every time I look at Niche and Ratlord, they are like bigger and bigger and bigger. They are killing it. Whatever they're doing is awesome. They have some sort of crazy strategy here on Twitch, and it is working out for them in a major way. Making a cozy little community of artists and fun friends. I've thought about streaming Blender, but I don't really want my viewers to see the product too early. That's a fair point. I'll give you that one. All right, let's see who's doing some 3D today. Niche is on today, so we could go ahead and raid Niche if we'd like to, but we'll see who's there first. Cade Art. I've been told to raid Cade Art a lot. So let's go raid Cade. We'll go raid Cade, why not? So let's see what we're up to. Where's Cade? Thanks for everything. Yeah, no worries. I'll catch you in the raid. Go say hi, and then do whatever you like. And with that, I'll say peace.